Denny Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Makes the quick grab. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They go play action with Russell. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
On to kick it away.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Turning it on.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
On the move. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. To throw, Manning. The screen, he's got wheels. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And the Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And you've already seen this QB, man. He's willing to spread the ball around and take what the defense gives him and not force it to his go-to guy. But it's not a surprise. When you get it to him, good things happen. He can chew up chunks of yards and make those big plays.
On the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down. The option run to perfection, and it will move the chains.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays. Taking advantage. Strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up. Get a stop. Force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Manning. Coleman open on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Here's Brown. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's Manning. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gave up some yards, man. They gave up some plays. They didn't set the tone like they talked about they wanted to. But in the biggest moment down here, 3rd and goal, nice job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and now forcing the 4th and goal. A little bit longer, a harder decision to make. Forget the yards you gave up, man. Nice job bowing your neck here inside the 5-yard line.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Got a little space. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keelan Russell bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming, and they got it. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Kick is in the air. Now on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. They'll field this one in tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. gonna run it. It's Smothers. Can't get him to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to impose their will with the run. Could be an alley. Picks up the first down. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force-feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing Manning. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not...
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas! A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Russell. They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away.
Number 89 in punt formation to kick it away.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. the Texas offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Slithers into space. Sweet little juke, and he's going to wind up picking up 8.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They've got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Third down from the gun, Manning. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice game.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Manning to throw. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Finding open areas. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Maybe a tad out of field goal range and way too close to punt it. Kind of in no man's land, so they'll go for it on fourth down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Fourth down, Manning. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on fourth down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins. You saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
The RPO, it's complete. Tripped up for the tackle.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
And after that last completion netted a big fat 0, they're looking at 2nd and 10. Here's Arch to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Hart's going to spin it again. Fires to the right. This time it's complete. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Maybe a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Zings it complete to the right. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime.
I understand both sides of the coin. It's always tough. You don't want to put yourself in a bad position right before the half by making a bad play. But listen, I'm down. I'm going to try to go get some points.
So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockett. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half...
Oh, he's got some space. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
I can imagine at half, this defense was like, all right, we've got to stop the running game. He's gotten too many yards. What do they do on the first drive now? They give him the football, and he makes another big gain. This defense has to find some answers. They got to wrap him up. They got to get him on the ground. They can't keep getting gashed.
Running into the open. There's a crease. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
First down, right back to Brown. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to their running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Arch is going to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Brown. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
Looking for space, it's Simon. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Makes the grab. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Pulls it, fired, complete. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Russell on play action. Fires downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Looking for a crease. It's Hill. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. They give it to him again. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the right. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers there.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Arch Madness. Throws to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And the offense goes at it again. He's already got 5 catches, Jesse. So this quarterback, he looks like he's locking in on this guy. And the defense, I think they kind of got a clue and made a big play.
You're absolutely right, David. As a quarterback, you got to be careful you don't predetermine who you're going to throw to. This guy's been uncoverable so far. So I get it. You want to get him more touches, but you have to let the coverage dictate who gets the football. Give the defender credit that time. He knew where the ball was going. He baited the QB into a bad decision and made him pay for it, taking it all the way to the house.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Headed outside, it's Simon. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The throw, Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
It'll be third and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Manning from the gun on third down. He's got it. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Manning on play action. Oh, they're after him. Unleashes it on the run. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeps it on the option. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off.
Going long. Makes a deep grab. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Play action. Here's Manning. Rushes on him. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Headed for the 4th quarter now, and this quarterback battle looks like this. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running inside, it's Brown. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Brown again. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Manning to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down. And come up bankrupt.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have. And I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Russell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
And this defense is going to have its ears pinned back on 3rd and long from the 1. Russell. He lets one fly deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The run inside. It's Wilson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to take off. Took care of it himself. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the counter. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. One more time, it's Brown. Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Yeah, and he's been dependable, hasn't he? He's been a guy that they've given him the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run with Brown. Beck's going for the goal line. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run it in with Brown. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the punishment has been extended. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
They go right back to him. Maybe some room here. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Smashes through the tackle. Into the house. Touchdown time.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TV.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Manning. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. It's Manning. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Throwing Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. It's a running room. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.